But I definitely wanted to spend some time on the Twitch DMCA stuff. And the reason I want to spend time there is because I think that individuals who are streaming on Twitch believe that the music is theirs because they're able to stream it, whether they bought it or not, on the platform. Now, that's not everybody, but I think that even as we've seen the last 2 weeks, how grave the situation is where Twitch is trying to make sure that they don't get either sued or anything like that with these rights holders, right, for the
Mm-hmm.
music versus allowing the content creator to do what they do on the platform without worrying about their stuff being gone. So initial thoughts, and then we'll hit that blog in a second.
I even think with this blog that this post that they put out today, it's a lot. It addresses some, but it really doesn't at the same time. It's very interesting here. So, kind of going along with this. So, a game from Harmonix just launched yesterday called Fuser, and I spent my entire day almost watching all of these Fuser streams. And coming from Harmonix, it's all music. So you're playing a DJ, and you're mixing all these different tracks and these musics, which is actual, artists and doing all these things. So there was one streamer that was just amazing and phenomenal in this game. First time I ever watched a stream, Stuntman Gene, I think it was. I think we originally met him through Lucid Sounds, but he was really good at the game, and he would basically, he wouldn't talk, he'd just mix songs for like 45 minutes, like it's like full club going on in his stream. And Harmonix was popping in and out of it, but one of the streams, I guess somebody asked in chat, and Harmonix happens to be there. So what happens about DMCA strikes? Like, why? Like, what's the difference here? And Harmonix told them straight up, their straight answer was, you can stream it, you cannot save it. So once they finish their stream, at least all of Harmonix games, which are all music games, you have to delete your VOD instantly after.
Wow.
Because I think they were saying that in their terms of service is that you can stream it, but you cannot keep the VOD. So there's some wording in there, and I haven't found that yet. But I actually started going through a lot because there's games that have music in it that you can't control.
Yep.
So what are you gonna do? Just mute your game because you don't know when it's ever gonna pop up? Like that's not fair. There needs to be better clarification on that. I can understand for like games like Beat Saber or Audio Trip or Dance Central, Fuser, all of those games that are out there. Okay, you kind of know that there's going to be music involved. If Harmonix is saying, yeah, there's no problem with streaming it, you cannot save the VODs. But here's another thing that I thought that was very, very interesting that I don't think I haven't seen the wording about it anywhere. So I don't know if it's in like a private email that Fuser sent out to whoever got early access to the game. But in the streamer, Stuntman Gene, he was saying that because it is licensed music that they are playing, they cannot ask for paid subscriptions. So, and they cannot, like if you are on Facebook or on YouTube, you cannot monetize that stream, which I understand that part. I've always understood that. But I always applied it to post video, not live video. So I know like on YouTube, if you get a strike, basically any monetization or anything that you would have gotten from ads or whatnots would go to the publisher or the licensor of that music. That's where it went. Okay, that's a fair trade-off. I understood that. What I did not know is that in live video, you cannot ask for tips. You cannot ask for subscribe to my channel. But what they can do is ask if you have your Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime tied to your Twitch, you can use your free subscription because they're not actually paid for. You're not
Right.
paying them. It is a free subscription for their ads to make whatever kind of money, but you cannot ask for money whatsoever. So, and I know I've heard that phrasing somewhere before where you cannot ask for, you cannot monetize certain things. I just don't remember where it was. And I've been trying to actually find that today. But it was very interesting. They said that in Harmonix was in there, and you know what, they confirmed. I wish I could go and pull that chat, but that guy had to go and delete his VOD right after. Right. But I didn't think about screenshotting it in that moment either. I thought that was so interesting. And, you know, people was asking about it. And a lot of people who built their content creation on Twitch around musical games, rhythm games, that's pretty much what they've been doing. Is they'll stream it, they'll still do it. They are okay to do it. But they either download their VOD real quick or they have it recording at the same time that they're streaming, and then they delete it immediately right after.
You have to protect yourself. You know, you have to protect yourself. And I don't think it's that big of a deal because you're allowed to use such a powerful platform like Twitch or YouTube. And the only thing that they're asking is to make sure that you're not playing music that you don't own, because they're going to flag it or someone's going to flag it for you to take it down and stuff like that. So, and I think that some streamers will be resistant to that and some will just, you know, do it because it's where they do a lot of their income from. A lot of money that they do come from there. So now when I'm looking at this, there is one section that I appreciated where they apologize for them not having the tools in place for you to quickly do what they're asking to do. Because it's not only that they're covering their behind, but they want to cover yours, right? So it's like, all right, we didn't have these tools in place, but we want to let you know we're going to be better in the future. And I think that this is definitely something that you should read. And I think there's one section I want to just highlight here. So it talks about the DMCA. The Digital Millennium Copyright Act is a set of U.S. laws that allows you to create and share content on digital service providers like Twitch. We comply with DMCA and similar laws worldwide. Part of complying means when a copyright holder thinks a streamer has used their content without permission, we have a process in place for them to be able to request the content to be taken down. Now, I don't know how sophisticated that process was. Okay. I don't think it was that sophisticated based on the cries of the Twitch creators that I've heard the last couple of weeks. So at the very least, if you know that the music that you're playing, if 21 Savage didn't say you can stream his stuff, right, you shouldn't be doing it. And I think that that's really, you know, the 101 of that.
It's not just music. So I'm pretty much redoing everything that I physically know how to do. Updating my alerts, my graphics, my everything. So my old alerts did have a couple, you know,
some things.
Actually, just one. It was just one of my alerts actually had. I think it was like a 10-second clip of Flowrider. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna remove it. I've never had that segment ever like muted because of that 10 seconds. But yeah, it's still wrong. I know it was still wrong. So I'm redoing it and I'm like, okay, well, what I want to use now. I also discovered that there are streamers, especially the role-playing ones, that they're getting DMCA strikes for just sound effects. So there's GTA role players who, you know, some of their characters or tunes are what is it? They're cops, they're police officers. So they have the audio effects for, a siren or an ambulance or anything like that. And they are getting strikes against them for just a siren. And I'm like, oh, okay.
The siren that the game developers made.
No, one that they just have, like, they found online that's just a sound effect. It's a sound effect.
Wow.
So, like, a lot of their modded audios are just, just to, bring this, their worlds to life. And they can be little minor small things. So having a more realistic, control over the sirens in their police car or their ambulance as they're patrolling, that is causing strikes against them.
Wow.
So esports horn, can't use that. So it's not just music. Sound effects can have copyrights on them as well too. So be very, very, very careful on top of those. If, sound effects are kind of your thing, make them yourself if you're able to make them yourself.